which means people are enjoying themselves. Okay? So that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to do team racing strategy. We're going to do the moves you do, a few tips on starting, just a little bit on the rules, and then how to be a really good team. Because the team that wins is not the fastest team, it's the best team. Then, that'll take about 25 minutes, then we're going to go racing. Because some of you didn't go racing today, so we've got a fantastic racetrack in here, and we're going to do 4 quick races at the end. So, strategy. Who knows what the magic number is?
No. 5. 18.
Why is it 18? If you get under 18 points, you win. What happens if both teams get 18? The team with first place loses. Now, how quick are you at adding up?
Not bad.
Does that win or lose?
Win.
Win, lose? You've got to know quickly, haven't you? What about this one? Win or lose? Lose. Okay. You better make sure, as a team, you're all thinking the same. So, let me show you the 2 really important combinations. Does that combination win or lose? Win. 3, 4, 5, 6 wins. Remember that. Okay, let's just wait for these guys to arrive. Quick. 3, 4, 5, 6 wins. Now let me write up the other important combination. Does 2, 3, 4, 8 win or lose? Win. So now remember something. If you ever have 3 places in the first 4, you are winning. Because this is the worst combination with 3 in the first 4. So 3 in the first 4 wins. Right. Now you are in a race. And there is one team that is winning and the other team is losing. What combination does the losing team always try to get? 3, 4, 5, 6. If you are therefore losing, which team is losing here? They're going in this direction. Yellow or blue? Yellow. Losing! Yellow has to get 3, 4, 5, 6. Nothing else. To get a 3, 4, 5, 6, you need to identify the 2 boats on the other team that you are going to push back to 7th and 8th. Which 2 boats on the blue team, is yellow going to try and push into the last 2 places? Those 2. So what yellow needs to try and do to win this race is to push those 2 back. So if you are losing, you always try to get a 3, 4, 5, 6. If you are winning, you want to convert it to a safe winning combination, and that is 3 in the first 4. Okay. So now, whatever combination you end up in on the water, if you're losing, as a team, you know, find 2 of the opponents, push them into 7th and 8th. If you're winning, how can we get 3 into the first 4? That's all there is to combinations. Simple. You can do it. So let's have a look at this set here. We agree yellow is losing. We agree yellow has to push those 2 back. The 2 boats that can do that, this boat can slow that one, this boat can slow that one. This boat sails as fast as possible. Okay. Yellow now has a winning combination. So what does blue do instead? Blue wants to get 3 in the first 4. Which blue boat must slow which yellow boat to get 3 in the first 4? Okay. Blue secures a safe combination. So what you'll notice... Sorry, I got those. Yeah. This boat is going to try and slow that one to get 3 in the first 4. This boat is going to try and slow this one. Which is the critical boat in this race? This boat is trying to slow him. He is trying to slow him. That is the boat that will decide which team wins this race. If he can slow that boat more quickly than he can do that, that decides the race. So all we've done is we've decided the losing team wants to go for 3, 4, 5, 6. The winning team wants to go 3 in the first 4. We now know the moves, and the issue, who executes the moves quicker, who executes them better. So these moves you do as soon as possible. Don't wait for the next mark. Don't wait for anything. Just do them quickly. So, winning, losing, what you're about, slow boats, do it as soon as possible. Once you've got your safe winning combination, what you now want to do, if you're in the safe winning combination, is make overtaking as difficult as possible. How do you do that? Well, the further apart boats are, the harder it is to overtake. So if, when you're team racing, you're in the winning team, you want to get those boats as far apart as possible. If you're in the losing team, you want to make overtaking as easy as possible, because you need to overtake to change the result of the race. If you're in the losing team, make the boats as close as possible. If ever you're in the winning team, you need a damn good reason to go slowly, because you want the boats to be spread as fast as possible. If you're ever in the losing team, you need a mighty good reason to be sailing fast, because you want the boats to come as close together as possible. Okay. Last one on this. We're going round Mark 4. Blue, have a first, second, and third. Which blue boat needs to sail fastest? Three. Why is it 3?
To make the
distance bigger.
If 3 gets caught,
then blue team goes.
now you're approaching mark number 4. These 3 boats are approaching mark number 4. They're going to laugh up. What happens if boat number 2 does a really fantastic rounding of the mark? Where does that leave poor boat number 3? We want boat number 3 to go as fast as possible around that mark. How should boat number 2 go round that mark?
Go around the mark and tap immediately.
Ooh, interesting. Good suggestion. Let's see what happens. I mark 2, and I go round the mark, and I go to tack. What does 3 now have to do? Bear away to avoid. So you've messed up 3 because this boat's now got the chance to. So 2 shouldn't tack at the mark. Try another one. What should 2 do?
You should bear away from the wind.
He should bear away. He should do a really bad rounding. Okay? If mark 2 goes down there,
No, Rose Mister.
he gets a good rounding. If any boat is going to tack, if you've got 1, 2, 3 at that mark 4, and one of you is going to tack, it's the first one. First one tacks, second one bears away a bit, third one gets the brilliant rounding. That way you hang on to your 1, 2, 3. Okay? That's strategy. Strategy, in summary, know what combination you're trying to get, know what each boat's job is to get that position. Okay, let's do moves. How do you slow? Team racing is all about slowing. If you are going to windward, the best slowing position is about like that. Even better if you pull in your main sheet really tight. The only problem is yellow can tack. So if you're approaching mark number 1 and you're in about that position, slowing them really, really well, just drop back a little bit. And now you can take yellow a long way beyond the ley line. If there are 3 of you, and blue wants, this boat wants to get this boat ahead of that, if you're in that position, then he's going to attack, he's going to attack, he's going to attack. Nothing's going to change. He's going to attack, he's going to attack, he's going to attack. Nothing's going to change. If you want to get your teammate through, drop back a little bit. Now they can attack, this boat can't. Okay? And that's how you get boats through, going on upward. Reaching! Huge opportunity for slowing on reaching. What's the best way for blue to slow yellow on this reach? Any ideas?
Go in front of him.
Go in front of him, and then what?
Let him hit.
Let him hit your back.
Yeah.
I think he might just slow down. Any other ideas?
You can go a bit down and then like keep him up to the wind.
Go a bit down so that he catches up.
Yeah, and then go up to the wind and stop him.
And then nuff him like that.
Yeah.
Excellent. That is the second best method. Who knows the best method? Absolutely great. I'm not sure everyone heard, but well done. The best method is you pull your main sheet in, you go slowly, catch him, let him go to leeward, and then you pull your main sheet in really tight and don't let go! And he will stop. Now, first time you do it, I promise, he will go there and he will go, whoa, and he will let your main sheet go a bit. And he will get wind. Keep that main sheet in really tight, and there is no wind there at all. If you are the teammate, if you're the blue teammate, which side do you pass? Please, please don't go that way, because there isn't any wind. Go that way. Now, question for you. Is it better to do this on leg 2 or leg 4? Is it better to do it on that leg or on that leg?
On the what's downward?
If you, absolutely right, leg 4 is better. If you do it on leg 2, there is a danger, if you do it close to Mark 2, that he will have Mark room. If you do it a long way away from Mark 2, then you will be able to accelerate again. But that's because Mark 2, you are going round that way. Mark 4, you're going around that way. So when you do it, and then when you accelerate away, you will get Mark room. Okay, so that's slowing on the reaching. Incidentally, when do you first try that move? When you first practice that move? When you go out as a team. Please don't do it for the first time in a race. practice it beforehand. Right, what about the run? Legs 2 to 3. The obvious way to slow on the run. Sorry, I think we're going to be on starboard tack. The obvious way to slow on the run is to take the wind of the boat ahead. So you catch up. Which side of that boat do you go? Which is right? That way, that way.
That way.
That way, because then first, he can't luff you, and second, you get marked from at the bottom. Now, when you get that overlap, and you've got a teammate astern, are you allowed to luff him?
Yes.
No.
Yes? No? Hands up for yes? Hands up for no? The majority is correct. If you establish an overlap from clear astern within 2 lengths, you cannot then sail above your proper course. Except, who knows what comes next? So the sailor says you jibe twice, because the rule goes on to say you cannot sail above your proper course while you remain on that tack. So if you do that and want to luff, if you jibe twice, you can now luff. What does blue now do? Blue now luffs hard. Yellow has now become clear astern. Blue now bears away. Is yellow allowed to sail above her proper course?
No.
No. What does yellow do? Jibe twice. Can yellow now luff?
Yes.
What does blue do? So that's how you go down the run. Okay, let me do one last one. Mark room. Sorry, not mark room. Mark traps. Coming into mark number 1. Best place to do the trap is to get there first inside the zone and then stop. Now, if this boat stops behind you, that's fantastic. If this boat goes up there, does he get mark room? No. If he goes that side, you can just carry on. So, what should this boat do? And the answer depends on who the next boat is. If the next boat is yellow, this boat just stops there. That one is mark trapping that one. That one is mark trapping that one. Yellow has 2 boats going slowly. Blue has 1 boat going slowly. That's good for blue. If the next boat is blue, what does blue do? Now, blue pushes on. Because now what does yellow do? Does yellow tack at the mark? In which case, end of mark trap. Or does he carry on with the mark trap? In which case, he gives up first place. So, at a mark trap, if the first boat does a mark trap on you, and so you're there, stop. If the boat astern of you is an opponent, keep going if the boat astern of you is a teammate. Makes sense? Okay. Let's just do the other mark traps. Leg mark 2. You can do a mark trap, get there early, stop. If everyone astern of you is an opponent, it's a pretty dangerous place to do a mark trap because they're just going to overtake you. If everyone astern of that boat is a teammate, great place to do a mark trap. Mark 3, end of the run. You do a mark trap coming in as inside boat on starboard. For the boat behind you, the same rule. If the third boat is a teammate of that boat, stop, do the mark trap on him. If the boat astern of you is a teammate of yours, keep pushing on. Last mark trap, mark 4. If I'm in first place and I've got opponents in second, third and fourth, I'm in first place, opponents second, third and fourth. Who's winning the race?
Yellow.
Yellow. The best mark trap, who knows it? Sail high, and whilst you stay in the zone, jibe onto starboard. You might as well try something desperate, you're losing. And you probably frighten these two boats enough. And there is just a chance that you might catch 2 of them out. And have rescued the race. So think if you're first with opponents astern of you at mark 4, going high, jibing round, they're on port, you're on starboard. Okay, let's do very quickly, starting, and I may skip rules just to be a team and then we'll go racing. Starting. Just 5 tips, if I may, on starting. First, everybody in the team should always start in the same position. I spent 45 years starting at the pin. I never started at the committee boat. I got quite good at starting at the pin. Decide where you're best at, split it across the team, and practice that. You want one starting, I suggest to you, in 4-boat team racing, you want one starting at the pin, arrives quite early. Let me just set up the start line. Let's be yellow team. Extra responsibility of this boat, hail OCS to the team. Pick someone here who has a loud voice so that he can hear or she can hear what the race officer calls, which boats are over the line, and pass them down. It's this boat's job to communicate with the team who's over the line. Last one, and then we'll go sailing. Be a team. The most important thing. So, 6 things to say on that. Have a captain. And the captain's job is to help everyone in the team sail as well as possible. But don't just have a captain. Identify one other person. Their job is to check the course and make sure the whole team know where the marks are. Then another person. Their job is to become an expert in the rules and take responsibility for any rules discussion. Then another person. Their job is to run the debrief at the end. How did the race go? Don't leave it all to one person. Pick your captain, share out other jobs. Before the race, practice. I will look out there on the team racing day. Half the teams will go out and have a nice talk. Chat, chat, chat. The other half will be practicing. They'll be practicing slowing on the reach. They'll be practicing trying to slow as groups. The team that is practicing before the race is the team that's going to win the race. So before the race, practice. After the race, you've crossed the finishing line, you've either won or you've lost. 2 things. First of all, well sailed, well sailed, well sailed, well sailed. Everyone likes to be told they've sailed well. Then, what are we going to do even better next race? We lost the start, I think, because actually, you had that opportunity. Next time, just laugh a bit harder, and then we'll win the start. Okay? Identify how you're going to improve. Ashore, at the end of a race, with your coach, talk through the races. Talk through the races you won. Why did we win them? Then if you've got time, talk through the races you lost. Why did you lose them? And finally then, as you're doing, in the evening, relax as a team. So those are my tips for team. Right, we're going to, in the last quarter of an hour, we're going to do indoor team racing. And I need 8 teams who are going to go racing. So, right. Okay. This team I'm going to pick, and that team there. Okay?